Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back. Today I am over here at a very cold and cloudy Disney Springs, but today I'm not going to a theme park. I'm not going to stay here at Disney Springs. I'm actually going to be going around to a few Disney resorts, actually my 3 favorite Disney resorts. That's what this video is about. So before we get started, let me know what your guys' favorite Disney resort is. So before I get into my top 3 list, let's give a few honorable mentions. First honorable mention goes to the Old Key West Resort. I stayed at this resort a few years back and I really did love it. And I used to live in South Florida, and that's what this resort kind of reminds me of, because it is of course based off of Key West in Florida, so it has that kind of vibe to it. Also at this resort you can take a boat or walk to Disney Springs, so that's a pretty cool amenity. Also, Olivia's at this resort. Olivia's Cafe has my favorite chicken at Walt Disney World. So if you've never been to Olivia's at Old Key West, you gotta go there. My second honorable mention is the Boardwalk Resort. Probably one of my favorite places to hang out at Walt Disney World. Just a chill place. As far as the actual hotel, I think it's okay. Like when I'm walking around, I'm not really that impressed with it. What really gets me is the actual boardwalk, being able to go out there on the lake, go to the different restaurants, and especially at nighttime, the boardwalk lights up with all the lights reflecting off the water, and that's what really makes the boardwalk special for me. And the last honorable mention is the Coronado Springs Resort. If you asked me a few years ago, before Grand Destino Tower was built, I probably would have not put this in an honorable mention spot, but the Grand Destino Tower really is really nice. Plus I love walking around the Coronado Springs, around the lake that they have over there. I just spent a lot of time at Coronado Springs covering the construction of Grand Destino Tower. I also spent a lot of time around that area because that's where the NBA was being housed. That was the main center for the NBA bubble. So during that time I really did end up liking Coronado Springs. Of those honorable mentions though, I only have stayed at one, Old Key West. I never stayed at the boardwalk, and I never stayed at Coronado Springs. All right guys, and let's start the countdown. At number 3, you probably might be able to tell from the background over here, but it is Polynesian Village Resort. This is an original resort here at Walt Disney World, opened on October 1st, 1971. And honestly, I think this is like a consensus top 5, top 3 resort for everyone at Walt Disney World. Everyone loves this place. I don't know anybody who doesn't really like the Polynesian. I love the huge plants over here. I love all this greenery. There's so much grass. And then of course, one of the coolest things is the nice white sandy beaches that they have over here. You can play volleyball, sand volleyball. And in the waters, there's the Polynesian bungalows that you could rent. I believe that these are the most expensive rooms at Walt Disney World. I think they're very, very expensive. And I've never stayed here before, but I'm assuming that the rooms are very nice. I know that they are renovating some of the rooms to make them have a Moana sort of theme to them. But also over here at the Polynesian, usually when there is the fireworks at the Magic Kingdom, you get a great shot of the fireworks. You can see the castle right over there, so this is a great spot to come hang out. They got chairs over here looking at the water, waiting for the fireworks, and the sound from the fireworks show does play over here. Another reason why I do like the Polynesian is because you can walk over here to the Grand Floridian Hotel, and from there then you can walk to the Magic Kingdom. So from the Polynesian Resort, you have 3 methods of transportation to get to the Magic Kingdom. You can walk, you can take a boat, and you can take the monorail. A cool fact is, actually you used to be able to come swim in these waters over here. Right now the only thing that you can really do in the water right here, this is called Seven Seas Lagoon, is either take a fishing boat out there or take a little boat and go right around the waters. But you used to be able to come swim in here. They had water skiing back in the day, but a lot has changed since then, and now there is no swimming in the water. And also, usually there is a show over here called the Spirit of Aloha. It's kind of rare that a show is actually at a Disney resort, but I've never been, but people do say that they really do love the Spirit of Aloha. And the Polynesian does have a really nice pool. They do have a couple slides, and they're pretty big pool overall. You can see this, it's a huge mountain sort of thing, but this is actually a water slide. And then pretty cool, they got their own little kiddie splash pad section with a couple other slides. And of course, you gotta love the Polynesian, because you can actually come over here and get Dole Whip at your Disney resort. But aside from all of that, what might be the main reason why Polynesian is one of my favorites is because of the lobby right here. Truly one of the best lobbies at Walt Disney World. I might actually do my top favorite lobbies at Disney resorts. Polynesian is also home to like some very popular restaurants here at Disney. Ohana is one of the most popular restaurants. People say they love it. I've never been to any of the restaurants over here besides the little quick service. But one of these days I would like to come over here and give the restaurants a try. All right guys, but now on to my second favorite Disney resort. All right guys, and coming in at the number 2 spot is the Caribbean Beach Resort. I stayed at this resort a long time ago, probably like back in 2011. And I really love this resort for many things. I honestly just love the Caribbean. Anything having to do with the Caribbean, I love pretty much. A lot of people think that I'm actually like from the Caribbean, like Dominican or Puerto Rican, but I'm actually not, but a lot of people think that. But the tropical vibe of the Caribbean Beach Resort, I really love it. I love all the colors, all the bright colors they pop off on all of the buildings over here. I like how there's also like little sections that represent different countries. Like there might be like Barbados over here and Trinidad and Jamaica. Of course, I love the water over here. And then you get nice views all around. Views of the other part of Caribbean Beach. You get views of the Skyliner going, and then the Riviera Resort is right over there. And I really do love the lobby over here. It does feel like a very tropical, like a house that you might be visiting or something. I don't know, but I really do love it. It's always very clean. Actually, this lobby has just been renovated as of like a couple years ago, I believe, because it definitely did not look like this when I stayed here. Also, side note, this is probably my favorite smelling lobby that there is here at Disney World. It smells like coconuts to me. But I like lobbies with like a lot of benches, and it just looks clean. There's lots of places to sit over here. Everything's updated as well. Like on the benches, there's actually USB ports so you can charge your phone. And just walking around the resort, I really do love all of the architecture, the little subtle things over here at this resort. And Caribbean Beach actually has one of the coolest pools, in my opinion. Like they got a couple slides, and they've got a really cool kid area right here that's themed around pirates. And all around Caribbean Beach, there's gonna be cool little spots like this where you can just come out here, relax by the water, maybe watch the sunset or something. And just like they had at the Polynesian, over here at Caribbean Beach, they also do have that nice white sand with lots of chairs and hammocks to hang out on. And of course, the people who stay here at Caribbean Beach have the benefits of the Skyliner, which can connect them to Hollywood Studios and Epcot. All right guys, now let's head to our final destination, my #1 favorite resort here at Disney World. And here we are guys, my #1 spot. Of course, you already knew it was Animal Kingdom Lodge. This is actually the only Disney resort where I've stayed multiple times. I stayed at Animal Kingdom Lodge 2 times. I've stayed here at Jambo House 1 time. Jambo House is actually where I'm at right now. And I've stayed at Kidani Village 1 time. So, as you guys probably know, Animal Kingdom is my favorite of the theme parks. And Animal Kingdom Lodge is just an extension of Animal Kingdom. I love coming over here to Jambo House specifically to just be outside and look at all the different animals. I love the architecture here. I love like feeling like I'm actually in Africa or something, like at an actual African resort out on the safari. I love all the music out here, and usually there is actual people out here outside and inside who are actually from Africa, and they kind of explain the cultures and customs and talk a little bit about the animals, talk a little bit about what it's like in Africa. And I just think it's like so cool how you can come to a resort and actually just look right outside your window to your room and see animals. I see this animal right here, and in the back there's giraffe. There's really not a lot of places that you can do that. Like, I'm pretty sure I don't know any other places, like in America at least, where they have this sort of hotel where the animals are just freely roaming basically in your backyard. You can come outside and see them. And basically I just love the African theme. I love so many things about Africa. I've been teaching myself how to speak Swahili for like almost a year now, so there's stuff sprinkled around this resort where I actually know what it says and what it means because it's in Swahili. And just like Animal Kingdom theme park is probably the most detailed theme park that Disney has, Animal Kingdom Lodge is no different. The attention to detail at this resort is really second to none. I love it here. And the lobby here is probably my favorite lobby out of anyone in Disney World. And it's probably either the biggest or the second biggest behind Wilderness Lodge. It's actually very similar to Wilderness Lodge, but it has all this African architecture and style instead of like Native American architecture. And like I said, Animal Kingdom Lodge has two parts to it that you need to take a bus to. This part is the Jumbo House. This is kind of like the main part where non-DVC guests normally stay. And then Kidani Village is the DVC section. It's kind of like a museum in here in some parts. Like they have this thing talking about the Igbo people of Nigeria. And just many cool little things like this. These are goldfly whisk by the Bawo people of the Ivory Coast. These things are sprinkled all throughout this resort. And I love animals, and just like the fact that I can come over here and I don't even have to go to Animal Kingdom for this. If I want, I could just go to Disney Springs, hop on a bus, come to Animal Kingdom Lodge, hang out outside, get some food, and just look at the animals. We got an ostrich over here, we got a couple giraffe back here. So there's so much to love about this resort. You not only get awesome hotel and awesome amenities, but you get cool things like coming outside and seeing all these cool animals. And also Animal Kingdom Lodge is home to one of my favorite restaurants at Disney World, and it's actually a buffet style restaurant. It's called Boma, and it features food from all around Africa. But Boma is very, very good. Highly recommend it. And then also Animal Kingdom Lodge is home to some great pools. This is the pool here at Jumbo House. They also do have a pretty cool pool over at Kidani Village. So guys, there you have it. That is why Animal Kingdom Lodge is my favorite Disney resort. I love it here. Sometimes I just come over to this resort and just hang out outside and chill, look at the animals, just have a nice relaxing time. But those are my three favorite resorts. Number one, Animal Kingdom Lodge. Number two, Caribbean Beach. And number three, the Polynesian Village Resort. Let me know what your guys' favorite resorts at Disney World are. I'm curious to know. Also, I know a lot of people like resort tour videos, but there's so many people who have done resort tours out on YouTube. So I don't know if you guys want to see that from me, but if you do, for some reason you want me to do the resort tour, just let me know. You can always message me on my Instagram or Twitter. I respond to all of you guys. Leave it in the comments below. But yeah, that's going to be it for this video. If you did enjoy it, go ahead and leave it a like down below. Do you agree with my choices? Let me know your favorites as well. And thank you all very much for watching. It's kind of fun to do the impossible, and I'll catch you on the next video.